Hey, so what does it take to create a seven-figure business? What is it? What do you think that it takes? Hey, my name is Rochelle Shaw, and I'm the author of The $1,000,000 Equation, plus Jackpot, How to Build $1,000,000 Business in Las Vegas Without the Casinos. So how did I do it? What did it take to really create a seven-figure business? Well, there were two things that I think that any business owner can do right now to transform their business to get to exactly where they want to be. And it starts with understanding that building the seven-figure business is your goal. And so, why does that have to be important? Well, it's got to be important because when you are pricing your items, if you price with a really small amount, then it's going to take you so many to sell. I just want you to think about it for a minute. How hard is it to sell your family and friends? I mean, I don't know about you, but my own mother was the last person to sign up to my telephone company. Yes, my mother. And when she signed up, it was because I bought her a house, not because she believed in my product or service. So I want you to think through, how hard is it for you to sign up your friends and family right now? So if you're pricing your products, make sure that you're pricing them at an amount that you can leverage and build very quickly. So number one is, when you create the business, understand that it's going to take a certain number of clients, products sold to get to your actual goal, and then make sure that you price accordingly. So here's like my little product pricing form that I always use, right? So over here is the amount that you're going to actually price your items. Over here is how many products you have to sell to generate $1,000,000 in sales for the year. So if, in fact, you price your products like somewhere around here, the $100 mark, right? See this right here? $100 mark. Then that means that you got to sell 10,000 of them for the year. So if you're having a problem selling two of them, then how in the world are you going to sell 10,000 of them, right? So when I actually go into a business and look to see, okay, how are we going to make adjustments so that we could get to the $1,000,000 level for you, so that we can actually break through those seven figures? I start with this. How are you pricing your products or services? And if you're pricing them $17, $18, you're going to have a problem getting there because, number one, it takes money to acquire a customer. So if you ever watch Shark Tank, if you ever watch The Profit, any of those TV shows, they talk to you about, well, how much is your client acquisition? And so what that means is, how much does it cost you to get a brand new customer? How much does it cost you? So you're not going to be able to it just be for free, right? At the seven-figure level. Now, some of y'all don't want to be there, and I get that. I'm not for you. Okay. If you want to be at the seven-figure level, and this is where you really want to be, then you're going to have to invest in your business and invest in acquisition of customers. Okay. So it's either time or money. So you say, oh, I'm just going to do social media. I'm just going to be an Instagram influencer. I'm just going to get Kim Kardashian to say she likes my product. Okay. But then what? Right? How are you going to buy the product? How are you going to make sure that you can deliver the product or the service? What are you doing? So part of creating the seven figures that you need to is, you got to, number one, understand what you're creating and how to perfectly price your products so that it doesn't take so long. Money and building quickly loves speed. So money only likes speed. If you're not doing it so that the money understands, where it's supposed to go, if you're doing one at a time, then you don't have any leverage and there's no building and compounding. Okay. So it's truly about understanding how you're going to price your products and then how you're going to move to the next step from there. So how do you price them? So back to my little form here is, I like to keep you somewhere around here, so that you need to get a customer to pay you between $1,000 per year and $10,000 per year, right here. Right? Because then you only need to get 100 customers to get to the million if you are here at the 10,000. Or you only need to get 1,000 people to pay you $1,000. 1,000 people to pay you $1,000. That is a reachable goal. That is something that you can do with not a lot of employees. It's something you can do without constantly manufacturing, right? It's not going to cost you so much to get there. Thank you for the good information. I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know what you're saying. So thank you very much. But if you're not pricing your products accordingly, then you're going to have a really hard time reaching that 7-figure level. So how was I able to do it? Okay, so here's what I did in my telephone company. Is number one, I automatically have a product that needs to be paid every month. So that's nice, right? So I'm going to get 12 payments from one customer. My cost of acquisition normally costs me about $100. So it cost me $100 to get one customer. But then I would make that $100 back within 3 months. But then my focus at that point, right, once I got the customer, was not just to get them and go get another one. It was to get them and keep them, because they were only paying $60, $70 a month. So $70 is not the 1,000 times 1,000, right? I needed to get them to spend $1,000 with me. So the focus of my business was to, after I acquired that customer, to get them to come back and spend more money every single month, so I could get to the compounding of the customers. Does that make sense? Okay, so when you are looking to build your business, if you don't have a product that is automatically $1,000, then you have to get your customer to either buy more or come back to you more often. Because in the whole game of this, there's only 3 ways. 3 ways to grow your business. 3 ways. That's it. There's nothing but 3 ways. So what are those 3 ways? So the first one is go out and get a brand new customer, right? You get a brand new customer, everything's great. Now we've got a new customer in your business. Most entrepreneurs suck at that. Like, they don't know how to do it. They're begging people. They're saying, buy my stuff, or posting on social media, go to my website. And then the website isn't like a converting website. Like, it's not one where they're getting leads or getting, you know, they're just totally fucking that up. The second way to grow your business is get your existing customers to come back and spend more money with you more often. So I like to give the example of my private client who is an accountant. All he was doing was tax returns for the year. That's it. He just did tax returns. That's it. Well, you limit your money because people only need a tax return one time, right? So then we started adding other products and services that he could sell to his same customers to get them to come back more often. So he added bookkeeping. He added corporate filings, so that he would file all their corporate documents to keep them in good standings. He would manage their list of officers. Multiple ways to get his existing customers to come back. So he went from $250,000 to all the way up to $1 million in 1 year's time, because we added other products, right? So the second way to grow your business is to get your customers to come back more often. And then the third way, which is the last way, right? The third way is to get your customers to spend more with each transaction. So how do we do this, and what does that mean? So for example, when you go to the grocery store, where's the milk, right? I ask everybody, where's the milk at the grocery store? It's in the back of the grocery store, right? Why is that? Well, because the folks at the grocery market understand this principle. They say, while you're going to go get the milk, something that expires, something that you need to get all the time, right? While you're going to get that, we want you to pass everything else. So instead of coming to the counter with just the milk, you come to the counter with a bucket full, a handful, a basket full of stuff. So now they've just expanded the transaction. Now they have you spending more. Here's another example of that. Let's say you go buy a car, right? You get to the car, you finished all your payments, you think that everything is done, yes? And then you meet the other manager. You meet the other manager, and the manager says, well, of course you need gap insurance, and don't you need, we have free, what are those things called? Oil changes. And so you end up spending more money after you've already made the transaction. So what they've done is they've just expanded the transaction to get you to spend more money while you're with them, right? Very simple. Only 3 ways to grow your business. So when you are thinking about your business, when you're thinking about growing it and how to get it to that 7 figures, it's first of all, you got to know, right? This little diagram here. You got to know, okay, what do I need each customer to spend with me every single year to get to the million? And then what are the things that I'm going to do? How am I going to get them? How am I going to get them to come back more often? And then how am I going to get them to expand the transaction, to buy more every time they buy from me, right? So those are really simple ways that you can create this 7-figure empire that you want. So if you're just trying to get some extra $200-300, I'm not the gal, right? It's like, go drive for Uber. It's so much easier. It's just something that you can get. They've done all the marketing for you. All you have to do is make sure that you drive and you're nice. And if you're in Vegas, have cold water. That's it. But if you really want to build a 7-figure business, then you've got to have a system. You've got to have a way to put things together. So once again, hey, my name is Rochelle Shaw. I am the author of The $1 Million Equation and of Jackpot, How to Build a $1 Million Business in Las Vegas Without the Casinos. I would love to help you with your business. I've got some openings for some coaching clients if you would like to join. I've got a little group called Breakthrough. And what we do in Breakthrough is we put you in a little incubator for 2 weeks. That's it, 2 weeks. And I teach you these principles so that you can just break out of it. So if you're interested in Breakthrough, you can down below say Breakthrough, and I'll send you the special private link, all right, so that you can come and join me. It's less than $100. We have a good time. We spend some time together for the 2 weeks, but I help you fix your brain so that you are on the right track to the 7 figures. All right, have an awesome day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.